Whatever's left of it. Several people. It's a community bounty. I don't have a command for it before you try to type bounty. I don't think I have. Of course, we've gotten somewhat close to it, but not quite. There's also a bounty for twin snakes. It's not quite as much. Yeah, we don't... No. I wouldn't joke about that. Terrible thing to do. Yeah, it's... Tyler put up a bounty to skip tank. It's like $100. Which really would be like... Skip the torture, because that's like the only way realistically you'd be able to do it.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Understood. Deploy search team to deck.
So it would be like a major skip for disc 1. Yeah, you can't skip during the fight, so you'd have to skip the torture. Like in MGS1. Be similar to that. Similar concept, but as far as we know, it's not possible. Well, it's possible, like, you could, if you could get to the door from the other side, you could skip the torture.
I've been
The problem
with the
is,
unit
how do
since
you
I
do
was
it?
born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good.
You can also potentially skip Mantis and the Hind. I believe you can skip the Hind. It's really awkward. Again, theoretically, it's theoretically possible, but that's with tools and like altering coordinates, not with genuine gameplay. That's the problem. It's just knowing that you could maybe do it. It's feasible, but not actually possible. Apparently you cannot skip picking up the USP. Like, that is a requirement.
Possible hostile sighted. Send back.
Understood. Team.
Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Acknowledged. Assault team, check it out.
Well, I don't know if you knew, Sylvan, but we have a marathon coming up, and Tyler and Blue are racing twin
I
snakes.
got him.
All dog tags extreme. Gonna be lit.
What's going on?
Gonna be lit.
Huh? It's him. Everyone, stay on guard.
Understood.
Understood. Assigning all personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
Do. I should have rolled.
He
You got me.
Stay on lookout for the intruder.
Understood. Assigning all personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
Extreme. All dog tags.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel
I will
report to
commentate for that
10 minutes
run.
time
I don't
for
know
the
what
scheduled
to,
briefing session
but I'll
with the
commentate
Commandant.
for it.
You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Freeze. The enemy is attacking. Stay alert, everyone.
Acknowledged. Reinforce deck 2 security and stay sharp for any sign of disturbance.
Here we go. guard rush. Good guard rush. Turbo.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Freeze.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that
Have
exist
to-
all over the world are no longer.
I have to adjust. If I hold him up, it's fine, but I have to go over to the
At the
left
moment,
side.
Every industrialized nation on the globe knows
Or else
the
I'll see you.
specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet,
I don't know
so do a number
what
of
I'm
robot
doing.
states.
It's so weird.
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear.
Really weird.
Ours is not the only Metal Gear
Good.
Just want to get out of tanker.
to Metal Gear development.
Yeah,
but it
yeah, I
cannot
use
be more
D-pad. I
different
use
in
both.
nature from the Navy's.
Just depend. It's the same
There is a
idea. It just
program
depends
that
on the
adds
room.
fuel to the-
Not D-pad strictly. D-pad strictly is kind of a bad idea in this game. I mean, you could, but I don't know why you would.
We, the Marines,
I will say that over time, I've used more D-pad than less. Implementing D-pad more in my run for this game than less. There's just certain rooms where it's very good. Very, very good. But if you're ever trying to, like, do subtle angles on, like, cartwheels, it's pretty bad. Like, you only have so much control, unless you're, like, doing it in mid-turn, which I do on one screen. I use D-pad down left to set up for a cartwheel and watch Raiden's face to turn a certain way to do the roll. But, again, it's situational. If analog wasn't so inconsistent on TTS, I would definitely use more of it just for general movement. But I don't, so it's much more situational for me. But, I mean, you can play the whole thing on analog. It does help with lines. Of course, certain rooms, once again, it's better to do it on D-pad. So, as always, it's a just depends.
I'm under
DS4.
attack. Stay alert.
There's a DS4. The same DS4 I've used for years. This controller is pretty well worn. That way. This is the same controller I ran Solid 1 PC on in 2018. So, I've been using this controller for some time. No dead zones in it though. Like some PS4s. It's bad. But I'm ahead, so I don't really care. Speaking of which, Sylvan. Hmm? Hmm? Alright, I've raised my eyebrows. You've been considering, that's cool. It'd be cool to see you get a sub hour. I mean, there have been enough strategy advancements to make it a little bit easier too. I mean, it's okay, because Twin Snakes has been fairly dead. I mean, the most recent big thing with Twin Snakes was Wall Guy's Big Boss World Record, which is quite good. If you haven't watched it, you should. And then, like, the all dog tags routing that happened earlier this year. I don't know when the last time you did a run is, but I'm guessing your PB does not have the, oops, what the hell am I doing? I'm guessing your PB does not have the prison skip, which, that saves like 7 seconds, and really isn't that hard. Other than that, I would have to look at your run to really know what you're not doing. I don't know if, like, you use, for instance, I don't know if you use Nikita for the, man, good time with this guy. I don't know if you use the Nikita to do the ninja or the SOCOM, but SOCOM's faster. There's, oh, mother, so janky. Don't put this off. This bleeding time over stupid crap. Thinking too much. Some new Mantis strategies, though I don't know if I'd suggest them per se. But there is a new fastest strategy. It's just not what I would recommend. I would suggest peanut butter cups. Like, that's like the most consistent strategy. Only like a few seconds slower. Hey, Speedy. What's up? Nice. Aw. Don't ever want to put my butt on a rail.
Who's there?
If I can help it. We had a solid speedrun earlier that I screwed up because I was too focused on talking. But, you know, it is what it is. Not too bothered by it. Life goes on. This run is okay. Making some goofball mistakes in bomb disposal, but it's really alright. Plenty of run to go. Thank you for asking. Sometimes I say solid speedrun without really thinking about the pun. It just kind of comes out. Say, like, that was a solid run, but not intended. Just kind of happened. Don't forget to turn off turbo. Go back on, press X, then R2. My box. Go. Parcel skip 1. You want to unequip the box as soon as possible.
Who's there?
It does slow you down.
Who is that? It's the enemy. I need.
No jinx, please.
Who's there? Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Nice.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut D have ceased.
A little awkward getting to that door, though. No, the Harrier is on Strut E, then the Harrier disappears. It's sort of like the tank in MGS1. It's foreshadowing. Who has tanker world record? What? There's like,
It's the enemy. I need
again, we're
help.
talking about what way? This way? Like VEPC? It's Platonic guy. He has the fastest tanker. It can be improved though because of turbo. Why would Solidus move the Harrier? To use it? I don't know. To use the Harrier? Why would you move the tank? I don't know, he had Vamp, like, scout the area with the Harrier. After Fortune? I don't know. Logical consistency in Metal Gear. Don't be foolish now. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to run Tanker. Different consoles, different versions, different difficulties. And all dog tags. So a lot. Turbo can save another couple seconds on Tanker whenever Platonic decides to do that. I'm certainly not going for it because you have to go for harder strats and I just don't care. I have a fairly good IL time. Come on, you can do it. Oh yeah, physics in this game are quite good. It's a good fortune. Almost a gold. Alright. No box. Holy. Who needs the box? It was fortunate. It was the case that I was fortunate with fortune.
Who is that? It's It's the enemy. I need help.
Understood. On an additional unit sent to Strut F. Don't allow the enemy to escape.
Had a really awkward strut F in my PB. I tried to cartwheel after using the box. Should just move. You don't need to use the roll there. Well, they do... It's a bit different. Solid 3, you'll just, like, get an alert immediately. But, like, you gotta understand something. The AI in all of these games can be easily exploited. They're not that good. It's better, but it's still not great. Really screwy spinning on his part. Ah. Also, like, the other thing you have to keep in mind with speedrunners, the way we think of AI and the way casual people think of AI is very different, because any hole that's in the AI's defense, we burrow through and make as large as possible. So the fact that you can pop into a box in this game and make a guard not shoot you is obviously not really something that makes a whole lot of sense. Though you can exploit the box even more in MGS3, it's really broken. Really, really broken in MGS3. Especially if you're going for, like, Foxhound rank. A lot of goofy stuff you can do to avoid being caught while running around with the box. It's because guards... The issue with guards in Solid 2, Twin Snakes 3, they get tunnel vision. So once the AI decides I'm going to do this, then they will ignore everything around them regardless. I've never run Peace Walker, so I can't really comment. I've watched runs, they're cool. I can't really comment though. I've never even played Peace Walker, so I'm not the person to ask about that. If you're interested though, definitely join our Discord and you can ask people who run Peace Walker what it's like. There's individual levels, and then most people run like the first chapter. They don't like do the true ending because it's chore unless you're on New Game Plus. Yeah, we've had a few people do 3D runs. It's a weird version, certainly. Very unique. That was so bad. This time. Angle's off.
Return to your positions. Increase
Problem is, like, capturing 3DS is a real pain.
elevator on B2 of the Shell 1 core. Intent
Still save time though, even with that goofball stuff. Come on. Again, just...
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to
not good at that. Not consistent. I have
Your aims
pretty
are
bad
true.
orange, but not the worst. I was getting worried. That was like the last guy, the last hostage that it could be Abe's before I had literally the worst RNG.
King.
Well, if I was running normal, I would not cartwheel into Jennifer, because you can't. If you do that, you will get caught. So you have to actually walk there. Just gotta go fast, you know how it is.
There's someone else here.
Ow.
Send backup ASAP.
Fast elevator, losing me time. Bad wheel. Collateral, she's fine. She got kicked, but she'll be fine. Otacon will get her out of here. If you hit people, yeah, they will wet themselves, but I don't think a car... It's like if you smack them, like, then they will start to cower. Naturally, because they're like, I'm about to die, aren't I? This is it. What is that? What is that badge? So high early in blue. Dinosaur. Yeah, she just got kicked randomly. Force of nature. The rules of nature, if you will. TwitchCon. Oh, the con. TwitchCon. Fine. Alright. Very important that I don't blow up the fridge. Among other stuff at this point. You can find that information down below in my panels, but my favorite solid game is 3. Least favorite solid is 4.
Right, catch.
Most favorite spin-off is Ghost Babel. Least favorite is Snake's Revenge. And come on. Nice. Morning Sparty. Good morning gun. And that's not true. Some people will say survive. I would not say survive. Ew, that was a little awkward. But most people haven't played Survive, so they're kind of full of shit. Most of the time when they say that, they're full of shit because they've not actually played the game. I, however, have much, and I much prefer that over Snake's Revenge. Survive is mediocre. Survive these nuts! Nut. Got me. That quick chaff.
Encountered the enemy requesting backup.
Understood. Eliminate the target.
You're playing Metal Gear Survive, of course. I don't know about that.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
so silly how much time I lost on KL Bridge in the race. It's an absurd amount of time. Also, hi, Minnie. It'd be pretty hype. I don't know how that would happen. Some weird deal with Microsoft. Hey, Ginger. I don't know if Kojima actually mocked that because I believe that was his idea. So I don't know why he would mock the idea if he had the idea to begin with. And like Solid 4 basically had zombies. A lot of misinformation about these games. There's a tweet. I mean, he's just bitter, but okay. My understanding is the concept of a Metal Gear zombie game was his. He could mock the results of it. That's totally fair, but that doesn't make sense then. Either that's false, he's full of shit, or he didn't actually have the idea to begin with. So it's all very confusing. So I'm going to put that squarely in the I'm not sure about that category. Once again, is 16. Go for it. I screwed up the bridge to Arsenal because I was too busy talking and I fell. So that was really stupid. I was ahead. But I'm at basically the same pace as last time. So I think I'm still gonna just skip out on Swim Glitch.
I took these photos.
Because if they have a nice clean endgame, we'll have sub 3. No, it wasn't fuck Konami. No. Oh my god, why? Stop misinforming. It was something, it wasn't fuck Konami, it was like Kojima Productions, like, if you, like, look at all the letters. Though, again, it's like, it was, like, multiple letters and multiple names. It's kind of weird. It could be one of these things that people wanted to see. Never forgive, never forget Silent Hills. It's okay. We'll move on. People will eventually move on. Maybe. Though it does require Konami to, you know, maybe use the IP for something substantial, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it. They don't really know what to do with that IP in a video game sense. You will never move on. Okay. I guess enjoy taking that to your grave. I say that as someone who really likes PT as well. I've run the game, had world records. Very much enjoy PT. It's one of the better Silent Hill games I've played. It's the best non-Team Silent Hill game I've played. I know some people hate it when I say that. It's true. It's true. It's true. There you go. Don't care. Removing Prey 1. How do you remove Prey 1? How do you remove Prey 1? What does that mean? You can buy copies of Prey 1. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a copy of Prey 1. I used to on 360. They did change Prey 2. Prey 2 did get changed. I didn't play Prey 2, what became Prey 2, but it's called Prey. So anyways, I would much advise people to check out the very end of MGS4, and really the communication is just let it go. I feel like that's what a lot of people need to do. It was very, very revealing when I played MGS4 again. I'm like, it's been over 10 years, and really it's the same signal that we needed at the time. Just let it go. It's good enough. People are just really bitter, and I don't know. It's just best to move on. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get super, you know, you can hope for the best, but just don't burn yourself out on it. That's all. Enjoy the games that are out, and enjoy the fact that they are still releasing them. You know, I'm glad that they brought the PC ports back, even though they're not the best. It's something. It's very good for us in the speedrunning scene. It only helps with visibility. That you don't have to buy the game off eBay or do other things to play the games on PC. I think that's really a good thing. It's like the perennial discussion in this channel. Bitter Metal Gear fans being like, what's next? What's next? You know, as the game series increasingly goes into the rearview mirror and loses cultural relevance. I get it. It's frustrating. Because there's other series that continue to have games released, do fairly good attention and sales, but it's hard. It's okay. It's okay if Raiden lost his penis. It happens to people. It happens in wars. Why did I do that? I already have it on. Should just make a video titled "Let It Go," Metal Gear : Let It Go. So whenever this conversation comes up, I can talk about what I would hope to happen if they were to continue this series. But ultimately, the thing is, it's just, I'd rather just have re-releases, and if Konami doesn't care enough, they should at least do that to keep people who play the games, enjoy the games happy. They can play it on newer consoles outside of Series X, and that'd be great. Survive 2 is not happening. Survive 2 is not happening. Survive was a failure. It was a failure from the get-go. People make that joke, but you want to make the joke, fine, but there's no way that's happening. Failure to launch. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are... You guys like talking about penises? Hey, it's okay. Penises are fun. But the reality is, Raiden in this game does not have a penis, and you can learn that by playing the PC version with certain settings on. You'll see that he is actually a Ken doll. So the President of the United States just didn't feel him right. Not the best touch. It's okay, President Johnson. You were gonna die anyways. I haven't played Rising yet, so I'll be excited to hear about George Sears' penis. Yep, last game I'm gonna play in the series. Very excited for it. How many games coming up in the relay and we have with the president? That is a good question. I couldn't really answer that. Of course, Metal Wolf Chaos. I don't know about Pandora Tomorrow, if the president figures into that game. Does the President of the United States factor into Pandora Tomorrow, Makarov? That's my question. My guess is probably yes, but... You have the PC version. Nice. Nope, never played Hitman, never played Splinter Cell, never played Thief. Nope. I have Hitman 2, just haven't played it yet. President of the United States is mentioned. That counts. That counts. I guess. The new Hitman 2, not OG Hitman 2. Hitman 2 2018 or whatever. Yeah, reboot. I would try out the Splinter Cell games. Is the Xbox version of Double Agent better than the 360 version? Is that the deal? They shouldn't make a game called Metal Gear Solid 6. I think they should just boot the series. So the original version's better. Interesting. There's a Wii GoldenEye game, and then there's the Rogue Agent game, which has nothing to do with GoldenEye. Look at my knees. It's gonna have knee problems, guaranteed. Alright. I almost killed Emma in my PB. That's why I saved 8 seconds here. It's so funny how weird my PB was, but also how good it was. If that makes sense. I shouldn't have rolled there. Both bad and good. GoldenEye on 64 is just what the come on. Dude, I can't afford this shit. Ay, ay, ay. So, if someone wants to play GoldenEye, play on Agent. Do not play on higher difficulty. It's so frustrating. Agent is like a good mix, I guess. It's an interesting game, but on N64, it's just so dated. Like, it's a very important game, but it just has aged like milk.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper.
For the most part. The music is incredible in the game. And the concepts are great, and when it works pretty well, but the frame rate is horrible.
You've grown.
Frame rate is so bad in that game. And I don't really like the stealth, it just feels awkward.
Have they altered your memory?
Very, very awkward. That's why I'm excited to try Time Splitters 2 again. I really liked that game as a kid, and every indication is that Time Splitters 2 is still holds up really well, in part because the frame rate is trash.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while.
Yeah, the controls are really
Brace
weird in
yourself.
GoldenEye. No, Time Splitters is not an arcade game. It was originally a PS2 launch title. I was about to be Japanese here and press circle to confirm. That would have been bad. Yeah, I mean, with GoldenEye, it's always gonna feel a bit whack. Unless you, like, play on PC emulator and tweak it a ton. But you're kind of playing a different game at that point.
Is there somebody there?
You probably are. That was interesting. Well, acceptable. No, select. This is gonna be tight. This is PC. I think it says on the split. This is the PC version. I will knock in a moment. I don't have a favorite James Bond movie. I've really only watched like 2 of them. So, can't really comment. I've watched like GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies? One of the other Pierce Brosnan run ones. So no comment. You can play the PC version with a 360 control. But no. You don't want to play on 360. It's really bad. If you're playing 360, you'd play on Series X or Xbox One or whatever. Love that. Time Crisis. The one I watched was the one with the fencing scene. That's horrible, horrible idea. Still time save on the table. gonna get a 3 flat at this rate. To dump stuff. This is really good so far. Alright, we got one through. Phew. Even with the bad menuing, still a goal. That was like the best Tengu 2 I've had. Just wish I went down below first. I need to add the Tengu kill count to the splits, because that helps a lot.
S3 stands for Solid Snake
Die another day.
Simulation.
Okay.
It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior.
That fencing scene's pretty exciting though.
When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know?
This
Jack?
thing goes. Here we go.
I'm sorry to see you reduced to
Turn
one
on
of the Patriots.
Screw it off.
But I've made use of you.
Screw it on. Screw it on.
Solid Snake suddenly
on.
your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my plans. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You
This
came
one
in
go.
handy as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute.
His hands are
Split
multiplying.
between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real. Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupt.
Comes down to Solidus.
I admit that I underestimated you.
Comes down to Solidus.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not
Not
him
gonna lie.
I want the answers
Need to
from.
pee, but I'll use that as motivation. Motivating factors in 102. I need to go pee. I need to beat Solidus fast so I can pee. Thank you all for watching, though. I really appreciate it. Whatever happens, this was a satisfying run.
Take this.
Hope your learning is going well, Tony.
Take this.
Got here just in time, hopefully.
This is where it gets interesting.
Maybe. It's possible. How will I do this part?
Let's go.
Yes! What a great Solidus. That was awesome.
Do you remember this place?
Of course.
102!
This is where we first met. I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
Not a bear 102. That was a sweet Solidus. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. 101. No comment. I'll try to go for it, but, you know, we have to.
I think I found something to pass
103
along
was
to the
similar,
future.
What?
and 104 was similar. You know, I had to.
He said all living things
I had to descend the
want their
ladder, you
chance
know.
to live on.
Are you
So it
talking
takes
about the
time.
baby?
Yeah.
But I'm capable of
Genes are the
101.
only
There's
thing
no
it
question.
works
If I got 101, I'm
Too
done.
many things
I
that
am
aren't
so
written
done
in our DNA.
with
It's up
VEBT.
to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment.
Very, very done.
Our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow.
Yeah, I checked
joy.
your VOD because I was like, ooh,
We'll
Mac
tell
did
them
some runs this
everything
morning.
together.
And he got
Is that
a PB.
proposal?
This is for your ears.
Only. What went well? All right, let's do a analysis. So, Tanker was, you know, the start of this was a little shaky. Guard rush was good, very good guard rush. Weirdness and holds, that's fine. So six out of Tanker is fine by me. It was good. Then I just started making some goofy mistakes in bomb disposal. Just goofy mistakes. So I lost time. Fortune was a solid fortune, really good. I think Batman went a little bit weird, but it was fine. Didn't get this cartwheel. Ames was not a great location, but I had a really bad Ames in my PB, so. Very nice Harrier. This is just because I had a chaff this time. Did not do swim glitch. Chose not to do swim glitch because I don't need it for 102. Then there's just like weird, silly stuff near the end of the run. Didn't nearly kill Emma. That was good. Still could save a little bit of time there. Just goofy stuff. I almost fell through the bridge again. Got an alert here. Tengu 2 was incredible. And Solidus was incredible. So, all told, you know, I have like 15 seconds to save if I do swim glitch properly sometime there. My bomb disposal was shaky. Just little shaky stuff throughout this run. It was just kind of goofy and weird menuing mistakes. It's mostly minor stuff. Like, the only thing that was... I'm trying to think what was actually major that I screwed up. I don't think there really was anything major I screwed up. It was all just little small stuff that keep on screwing up this strat. I really got to practice this retinal scanner strat. I'm consistently failing it, so I have to practice that because I'm consistently losing like a second there, at least. Not two. So, and then I just bled my lead in bomb disposal due to just little inconsistencies. So 101 is definitely possible. I need just a thoroughly clean run. Thoroughly clean. I don't need... It's not like you have to have perfect movement or anything like that, but you need decent luck. You need to execute the bosses. You need a clean tanker. You know, I would probably say like I would not want anything higher than a 6-minute tanker. Like that's... It starts getting a little bit hazy if you do anything above this. Maybe a few seconds, but like 6:10 is like way too much. I don't know what stair glides are because I don't know what the fuck that is. Was this discussed in MGS2? Let's see. Nope. Engine room strat number 2. Oh, so where's that hot new tech? Is it in Lime's Discord, not in MGSR? See, speedrun. Any death drop. That makes no sense. If there's something found, it should be posted there, because other people will see it, and I didn't know about this. So it's like, you're like, did you know about this? And I'm like, no, was it posted? So I don't like this stuff. I really, really don't. And I'm not the only person that doesn't like it. It's like, oh, here's this thing. You hear about it? No? No one told you through the grapevine? No. Okay, but all you have to do is, when you post it, be like, we're not too sure how exactly this is all gonna work out, but here's what we know. Just something. Because, you know, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. You don't. Skip Olga? You can't skip Olga, you just won't get through the tanker. Classic. Copper skipped everything. Skip all, go straight to acid 2. Anyways, I have some shoutouts to do. Whatever. It's not a big deal, because if there's time save on the table, it's only helps me. I did survive a couple months ago. I might come back to it for chapter select, no digs. I'm pretty sure I can improve that time. What the heck is this? Always get confused. There it is. Y'all are good. Several shoutouts that I didn't forget this time. Rick and Morty's pretty good. Alright, here we go. See that? 102, baby! $55, 102, 55. I have joined the 102 club. Wonderful. Shoutouts to Apache Smash, Underwater Smoking, JJMGS1, 007, and Kolya Smirno. And everyone who watched this run, and everyone who has contributed to this run. It's been an exciting journey. Let's see if we can get 101. Why not? Swallow.